ground, rest our body, relax and recharge. We talk about how to heal from trauma, toxic relationships, and abuse. We also talk about our trauma responses, chakras, auras, psychic abilities, witchcraft, and much, much more. If you are interested in having a card reading, because a part of my business is also I do card readings. Other than tarot and oracle decks, I don't have those. I use playing cards for my readings. It gives me advice and guidance to what everybody may need to hear or how things are happening, right? It's a form of divination, which means it helps me understand the energies around certain situations and things and helps me predict and get information clearly. I also do palm readings. I read the lines on your hands. It tells me about your personality and stuff, right? As well as I do counseling and advice. I am not a certified counselor, but I've counseled quite a few people while my business has been running for almost 2 years. Speaking of business, I am having a specials for the year readings, whether it be past, present, or future years. If you have MTN, Airtel, or mobile money, for those of you guys that don't understand what that is, Airtel is like if Cash App and Cricket had a baby, right? You can do your phone, like you can get your minutes and gigabytes with a prepaid, and you can also have money inside it to pay for other things. So it's a phone company as well as a money company, right? Because it can be like your own little account that you use your money for other stuff like Cash App and PayPal, as well as like Cricket being able to update minutes, get new things, that and the third. A lot of you guys are from Uganda, some of you guys are from America, some of you guys are from different parts of the world. Everybody all around follows me on my TikTok and my Instagram and Facebook, and very few of you guys follow me on YouTube, right? Y'all have been around and all that. So in Uganda, we run on shillings, okay? That is our currency. So 25K in shillings is about $7 to $8. And $20 for USD through PayPal and Zelle if you're interested in me reading about a past, present, or future year. Mainly for the 2026 year reading, I'm doing a special because next month we are going to celebrate 1 year of me being on YouTube. Thank you guys for 70 subscribers and just being very supportive and being there. I appreciate the love and the respect that y'all given me. And I can't wait to have many more years with you guys. As well as 2 years on January of Marikuma Healing still being here. So, because we're celebrating those things, I'm offering some specials. I will also consider and take forth if you guys don't have 20, but you want to have it for 10. Okay? So, again, those are the prices for the year readings up until January 8th. On January 9th, it will go back to $25 either through 25 USD through Airtel or $25 through PayPal and Zelle. Okay? All right. Without any more interruptions, let's get this party started. Welcome, guys. Again, my name is Nix Marikuma, and we are doing part 3 of Aries reading for 2026, next year. We are tackling in this video about January through December problems, solutions, and the theme, and getting into details as to why these are certain things that you guys are going to be facing. All right? All right. I have cinnamon sticks. Chewing cinnamon sticks helps me with the reading. I don't know why, but it does. That and bay leaves. If you guys are like, here's the thing, if you guys do psychic work right, I advise to try to eat some bay leaves while you're doing your readings or like before for like clarity and things. It's good for psychic abilities. It helps me focus. I also like the spices in it. Anywho, January, February, and March, the first 3 months for Aries for 2026. It's all about empathy and turning inward. Like I mentioned before, empathy is the defense mechanism when your body is overwhelmed, stressed, and bombarded, right? So if I'm overwhelmed, stressed, and I'm just exhausted, my body shuts down. It shuts down mentally. It shuts down emotionally. It shuts down physically. Physically, emotionally, mentally, I feel nothing. I am nothing. I'm hollow, empty, and numb. Okay? So why are we dealing with that? What's up? Standing up for what you believe in and fighting for a cause. This has popped up for your family outlook. This will help you guys be able to stand your ground and speak your piece. There's been a lot of things that you guys may have let slide by. And January, February, and March is going to be like, yo, if this has been bothering you, if this has been really stressing you out, you need to say something. You need to be able to be like, yo, nah, we're not about to do that. Fight for what you believe in, fight for your cause. Speak your piece. Not everybody gonna respect you for your piece, baby. That's a them problem, not a you. Family contentment and joy is what's going to help you. So again, family, people who support and love you does not have to be blood related. Y'all gonna look at me like I'm silly. I don't think you guys do look at me like I'm silly, but I think when it comes to some of y'all, y'all be like, why does she always say when it comes to family and friends, not blood related? Because there's some people who are your family, right? Who are not related to you by blood. And there's some people who are. And when I say not blood related, I'm not saying that is a mean thing. I'm just saying that, if you're my family, it's not because we're blood related. It's because you showed me and proved yourself worthy of me calling you family. Okay. You are my ride and die. I trust you. You trust me. You bring me joy and happiness. You bring me contentment, peace of mind. And you're somebody that I enjoy being around and celebrating with, right? Yeah. So make sure that you stand your ground. Okay. Whatever card pops up is fine. Okay, that's probably the one I should pick. Okay. Nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. Okay, so let's get into it. This is your outcome. This could be why you guys are dealing with empathy because you're shutting down due to being overwhelmed and stressed out. Okay. When you are standing up for what you believe in and fighting for your cause, you're going to feel a little guilty. All right. You're going to feel guilty because you don't want to, like, here's the thing. I think a lot of us want to have, like, what is it? When I was working on my healing, right, and my spirituality, I had some guilt because there's certain things that I let a lot of people slide by, but it wasn't healthy and wasn't helping me. And so when I had to tell people no, I felt like I was being rude. Like maybe it's not that big of a deal, right? Like maybe I'm just over here overthinking it. Maybe it's because my traumatic ass or whatever is not thinking straight, right? And when you're standing up for yourself and you're speaking your piece, you may not be comfortable with it, especially if it's people that you normally let things slide by. It's okay. You don't have to, like, here's the thing. One, you do not need to go over there and do everything by yourself. Two, if they love you, if they care for you, if they respect you, right, they're not going to go over there and make you feel bad because you're telling them no, or making you feel awful because, like, oh my goodness, there they go again, they're doing their thing. Listen, it takes a lot for me to look at you in your eyes and say, yo, you're hurting me. Because I have to think it through. I have to analyze it like, oh, is this a big enough deal? This is really bothering me. You know what? Okay, let me pull them aside and say, yo, this is hurting me. The fact that you're going over there and making me feel bad about standing up for myself and telling you what's what, that's kind of silly. You know what I mean? Okay. So if there's somebody that loves you, gives you peace of mind and joy, they're not going to make you feel bad about being overwhelmed and stressed because you're learning how to speak your piece and stand on what you believe in. You let a lot of things slide, Aries. It's not the time for this year. So if you feel like you can't handle it, go to your support team, the ones that give you peace of mind, the ones that make you happy, the ones that are like family to you, and tell them how you feel. So that way, this isn't something that you're drowning in. Because empathy, again, is a defense mechanism. When our body is overwhelmed, stressed out, and just bombarded, it shuts down to protect us. It gives us time without being, blinded by emotion and by thought and by physical fatigue. But is also a sign, right, of mental and emotional problems. So go to your family, go to your support group, go to the doctor, talk to them about how you're feeling and how to handle it. I have depression and anxiety. I take medicine for it. I meditate and I try to ground myself when I'm overwhelmed. I do sensory groundings. So, what is a sensory grounding? Mainly an elemental grounding is what I do most. But sensory grounding, right? Let's get into it. Sensory grounding is 5 things I can see, 4 things I can hear, 3 things I can touch, 2 things I can smell, 1 thing I can taste. Let's get into it, right? So, we're doing the 5C, right? Sight. I see I see the little comment thing on below saying welcome to live and remember to guard your privacy, right? So I see that. I see my cats. I have a black and white glass cat that are my lucky charms. I see the herb that I hanged up. I see the door and the bay leaves, right? It's 5 things. So what does that mean? That means that I can see the things. It's telling my brain, hey, so far nothing dangerous is here. Now see the 4 things to hear. Close your eyes if you can. If you have to have your eyes open, cool beans. In for 4, out for 8. You're going to do that kind of breathing while you're doing your sensory grounding. So as your heart rate down and calms you a bit, all right? So I hear music, the wind, rooster, and my mom. 4 people. I'm sorry, 4 things. 3 things to touch. This blanket is super smooth. My skin is kind of rough. These cards are glossy. Oh, yeah, the finest things in cards. All right, 2 things to smell. In with positivity. All right, I'm going to stop being silly. I guess sweet potatoes and coffee, right? 1 thing to taste. Cinnamon. This tells my body, my mind, and my brain that I'm in a safe place. Outside is okay. It is peaceful and calm. There's no need to panic. You're okay. It calms you down. Because when you're having anxiety and depression, it's like this, right? Scribbles everywhere. And all that like static, right? So when you calm yourself down, you're able to like relinquish that scribble and scramble and static. Think of like Charlie Brown is what I'm trying to say. Charlie Brown, when they're angry, they have those angry scribbles, right? Yeah, that's what it's like with anxiety and depression. The scribbles are so loud, but it's only for you to see because nobody can see the scribbles but you. You can feel it and sense it, and it's overwhelming and it's heavy, right? So for January, February, and March, your advice is to stand your ground, speak your piece, go with people that love and care for you genuinely, and work on not letting your stress and anxiety get the best of you. Try to manage your time a little bit better and ask for help. You don't have to lift everything by yourself, Aries. All right. April, May, and June is all about deep attraction. We're going to things that we are passionate about. We're doing things that we love, things that make our soul happy and our hearts skip a beat. Great wealth and inheritance is why we're going after things that we like. Okay, that's for this one. Organization moving quickly, and it's going to lead to new opportunities. Okay, so April, May, and June is all about going after new opportunities that you have a passion for. This will help you get great wealth and inheritance, as well as organizing yourself. Make sure you're planning and preparing as you're doing these things so that way it's not overwhelming, and make moves. Okay, so great wealth and inheritance, is what's causing us to go after what we like. We're organizing and preparing ourselves as well as making moves, and we're getting new opportunities for April, May, and June. Let's get into it, Aries. Let's get into it. It's about time. Now, July, August, and September is all about family, contentment, and joy. Family, loved ones, contentment, peace of mind, and joy, happiness. All right? All right. What's the cause? Spiritual growth, which is the same outcome for your family. Okay? Untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft. This card as a whole is about liars, cheaters, deceivers, suspicious people. All right? This is the card of sus. Because if you're untruthful, you're not honest. If you're untrustworthy, I cannot rely on you. And if you're a thief, then you're robbing me of my time, energy, effort, and possessions, right? And we're not dealing with that. We're not going to be connecting with people who rob us, both our mind, emotions, physical, and spiritual well being. Like, nah, bros. What is it? It's 2026. So why are we out here doing all these things? The outcome is carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. So let's get into it, right? Because you may be wondering, like, how is July? I'm sorry. Why is April, May, and June different from July, August, and September? Because June, July, I'm sorry, April, May, and June is all about getting the things that I want. Okay. Here's the thing: when things start to work out, sometimes we get how you say, we get tested, right? We get tested to see if we're going to do the same thing. So yeah, everything is good, everything is wondering. Now there's people coming out of the woodworks trying to take your things, right? Those shady, fugazi, suspicious people, the ones that are untrustworthy, the ones who are liars and deceivers, two-faced, phonies, right? Yeah, they come out. Hey, Aries, I've changed my ways. Oh, look, you're doing so well. And they try to slide into your DM. They try to get back into your life. And I think this is going to be like July, August, and September is going to be like, yo, are we welcoming them back in? Or are we kicking them out of our lives? Because you moved them out once. Okay? And sometimes people try to weasel back in so they can fuck you up another time. This is going to be a lesson. Did you learn your lesson the first time? If so, you're not welcoming these people back in. Okay? Because you did spiritual growth, and it could be that family is coming in there for July, August, and September. Hear me out as to why. Spiritual growth and satisfaction was the outcome for family, right? We talked about it in part 2. And July, August, and September has what? Family, contentment, and joy. So family here, family there. And some of y'all had to let go of those people because, again, on part 2, we talked about, like, yo, there's some people you may need to let go of. There may be some fake friends or family members who are only using you guys. And when you remove them from your life, you're going to have a lot of blessings. You're going to have things starting to make sense. So, because for family, you're learning how to balance yourself out, to have healthy boundaries, okay? We are embracing our shadow self and we are embracing our life. I don't have to stand up every time, but this shows like the 3 corners, okay? So your hip, pelvis right here, right? This is your lower self. This is where your shadow self relies. Your middle self is right here, okay, where your chest or like sternum is. Your higher self is up here, okay? This is your crown chakra, is right above the crown. The higher self connects to your higher self, okay? Your divine energy, the spiritual energy, the spiritual wisdom. So it sees things and notices things way ahead. Your lower self, which is your inner child, ties into more of your, what is it? Your primal instincts, okay? The things that are your core. Your middle self, think of them as your middle 20-year-old, 25, 19, 18, right? They communicate with the kid and they communicate with their elder side, your higher self, right? And they go back and forth with communication. Now, a lot of people will be like, oh, your shadow work is not important. Some people will say that, all right? Some people, well, it's not important to do shadow work because, again, you're working with your more evil side. The shadow self is not evil. Don't let anybody come to you guys and convince you that your shadow self is your darker version. It is not your darker version. It is not an act against God. It is very important to do shadow work. I cannot stress this enough. Anybody who is worth their salt, especially if you're a spiritual person, right? Like, I'm not going to say that I'm the highest mage and sage and wise person, all right? I'm not going to say that I'm the biggest and the baddest. But anybody worth their salt in the spiritual community or helping other people or whatever it may be, they will tell you the same thing. Shadow work is a necessity. You have to be able to love your shadow self. You have to stop seeing it as an enemy and start seeing them as who they really are. They're your protector. Your inner child hides in your shadow self. Okay? Your shadow self is where we put in our insecurities, our anger, our flaws. We bury it deep down in our guts. Okay? And because we don't deal with it, it comes up in different ways. Okay? All right. So, us going over there and dealing with it, going over there and making sure that we are following through and what, right? Okay. If you want to have peace with yourself, again, you have to be able to come to terms with your insecurities. I used to be a very angry person. I used to be very impatient. And I was angry because I was hurt. And I was hurt because I was sad. And I was sad because, again, life can throw you some really bad curveballs. And sometimes it sucks. I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes we go through our own trials and tribulations. And they sometimes turn us into villains, okay? I was the person who got hurt, and I was also the person dishing out the pain. Am I proud of that? No. Am I ashamed of it? Yeah. But it happened. I'm not that person anymore. Thanks to spiritual growth and dealing with my insecurities and working on my bad habits, I learned how to be a healthier version of myself. At the end of the day, that's all you guys can do is become healthy versions. There is no such thing as perfect. This is coming from a Virgo. We are the queens and kings of perfectionism. We are the definitions of perfectionist. And if I'm telling you, as one of those earth signs, that perfection is a lie, please believe it. It's true. Okay? We strive to be this idea of perfect, but perfection is a lie. Nobody, not me, not you, not the high, maybe the high power, okay? Maybe the high and divine power, perfect, but we as people, okay? We as beings, we as people who can always have somebody better than the other person. Like AI, there can always be somebody better than AI. The updates will continually to grow because, again, evolution and things. So AI or not AI, people or no people, whatever. We are all trying our best and we're doing what we can. And you're not supposed to be perfect in this life. You're supposed to be healthy. That means we're taking care of our insecurities. We are embracing that this is something I'm insecure about. I can work towards that. This is something I'm not good at, and that is okay. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be healthy. You have to accept yourself for your good, bad, and ugly. Because like, here's the thing, until you accept yourself for your good, bad, and ugly, you're not going to be able to accept other people. Not truly, at least, okay? So there. It also helps with self-love and acceptance and peace of mind. Now, satisfaction, again, finding happiness in the little things. You woke up today. You have air in your lungs. You have blood in your heart. You have a new opportunity to do new things. You have food in your stomach. You have a roof over your head. You have a job. You have people that love you. You have a sunny day. The rain is making things grow. The wind may be blowing, but it's beautiful. You can fly a kite. You can step outside. You know what I mean? Everything has a blessing in some way or another. And even though lessons could be lessons and they can be kind of shitty, doesn't mean that you're going to have lessons for the rest of your life. It's just a mixture of both lessons and blessings. See the goodness in the world and accept that, yeah, not everything is up to date, but there are more beauty than there is tragedy. You just have to look at it in a different angle. All right, be realistic, but also be an optimist. You're going to have to balance those two ideas out. Untruthfulness and trustworthiness and theft. Again, if people on July, August, and September come to you, Aries, and they're giving out this not okay vibe, something about them doesn't feel right, you look at them and you're kind of like, I don't know why, but something about them is not right. Something about them is just like, you know what I mean? Yeah, listen to that. Listen to it. Don't be putting your time, energy, and effort for people who are going to jeopardize your peace of mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah. So, like I was saying, untruthfulness and trustworthiness. I was eating my food. It got lost for a moment. It came back. But yeah. So, like I was saying, carrying burns responsibility in debt is going to be your outcome. Understand that you are going to be working on your stressors. Don't engage with untruthful, shady people, whether you know them or not. Work on what gives you balance and peace. And make sure you ask for help to carry all these burdens. Don't overwhelm yourself and all that. July, August, and September is all about family, contentment, and peace. So make sure that you're asking people who give you peace of mind, who you can rely on, be dependable with, to help you out with your stressors. And don't go over there and engage with shady, fugazi people. I'm pulling out December, November, and October. So, October, November, and December, the main themes for 2026. The last 3 months of 2026 for Aries, right? All about romance, childishness, and irresponsibility. This card is all about being carefree, unbothered, untied down. Okay, it's great to be carefree. Please don't go over there and deal with people who you cannot be like, here's the thing. And just like I told you about being unreliable, there's nothing wrong with being carefree, but you can't just go over there and not be responsible, be very immature, and again, be in love with the idea of it. Like, oh my goodness, life is full of living life freely. Yeah. But you also can't live in la la land, man. You got to be able to you have to have reality too. Okay. I get it. I like daydream more than the next person. My mind can run wild and free. And I don't mind having something that's carefree. It's okay. There has to be a balance between me just going out there living my life and also me having like structure. Structure may be for me, it may not be for you guys. Resentment and a turning point is why we're doing this carefree thing, okay? And again, resentment is just something that's like, I don't like you. You don't like me. I hate you. I despise you. And if the zombie apocalypse happened, they're the first ones to go. Listen, if I had to save somebody and save the person I resent, I'm saving the other person. The person I resent, their sacrifices will be met. Okay, look. RIP to you. Your sacrifice to getting eaten by the zombies to allow us to have more time to get out is very admirable. Could I save them? Yeah. Did I? No. Am I ashamed of it? Nope. You made your bed, now sleep in it. It take a lot for me to get to that point, guys. But now, you made that bed, now sleep in it. Go over there and sleep in the bed that you made. Because I'm not out here hating people just for the hate. You know what I mean? So work on letting go of the anger. Allow yourself to have freedom and peace, but work hard and have fun. Okay. What is going to be helping you guys is unreliability and taking risks. Trying new things is obviously cool. Be unreliable to those who are unreliable to you. Do not be impulsive. This is the same thing for your love, okay? Impulsiveness is what this card is as a whole. Take risk, try new things. 110,000%. I'm all up for new experiences. Know what you're getting into, know what you're signing up for, and you don't have to be reliable to everybody. If they're not reliable to you, if they're doing you dirty, right? Bye. I don't need to be reliable to you. I don't need to give you my time. Being a nice person is also telling people to, flip off, having your grounds and standing on it. Speaking of standing on grounds, the outcome for December, November, and October, right? The last 3 months of 2026 for Aries, all about strong belief, defense, and conviction. Or anybody come up to me, does that mean I'm going to find the Lord? No, baby. That means you're tying into your morals. This card is tying into my character and running on what I believe in. Okay, so my character code, my morals. My character code, me personally, is that we're not going to judge people based on their nationality, based on their religious viewpoints, mainly not their, political viewpoint. Now, some politics is tricky for me. I don't really believe in it. My viewpoint towards it is controversial at best and unpopular opinionated most of the time. But I'm not going to go over there and be like, oh my God, if you're a Democrat, fuck you. Or if you're a Republican, oh my God, they're evil. Nah. Listen, y'all do what y'all want to do. All right. All I'm going to judge you on is your heart. Is your personality nice? Are you a kind person? Do you try your best? Are you respectful and sweet? All right. Your sexuality, your religious viewpoints, your political viewpoints, your nationality, your color of your skin, whatever. I don't care. You can be purple with rainbow hair and sparkly boogers, man. You could do whatever. Yes, and the boogers were a little too much, but you know what I mean, right? Like, if you have an ugly personality, your heart and attitude is just shitty, and you're giving off a fake vibe, don't come near me, man. I'm too old to be dealing with that shit. I am. At 30, I don't really care anymore. I'd rather be alone and happy than be with people and be miserable, especially people who got no common sense. I don't have the temperance for it, man. I don't have the temperance to deal with difficult people. As long as you're not hurting children, yourself, others, or animals, we gonna get along just fine. We gonna be gravy, baby. All right? Now, whatever you believe in is fine. Have room to be open minded so that way you can have different viewpoints and kind of like mix and match, right? But tying the things that into your character code, into your morals. Understand what I believe. Not everybody's going to agree with it. Not everybody's going to support my ideas and viewpoints because, again, to some people, certain people have to be this way. You have to believe in that. You have to vote this way. You have to look this way. I think that's stupid, but I mean, some people are just that way, right? Some people believe in certain types of bigotry and hate and discrimination because that's what they were taught. And instead of learning how to change their viewpoints at some point in time, they decided to stick by their guns and hold into that. Okay? Don't try to bend and fold and bow to things that don't make sense to you as a person, to your character and morals. Don't let them make you feel like you're not good enough because, oh, they don't believe what I believe. Listen, I don't know if y'all haven't noticed, but we don't live in a world where everything looks the same. Y'all don't look like me. I don't look like you. There are different varieties of trees, plants, weather, seasons, people, experiences, and much, much more. What does that mean? That means the realm of reality that we are living in, this reality, right? This dimension, this universe is multidimensional. It has variety, it has duality, it has a balance between the ups and downs and all arounds. It has a lot of different viewpoints and varieties and things. And that makes it beautiful because it's unique and different. If it was all the same and it was all like perfect, it'd be a very creepy utopia, guys. Anything that seems perfect, if you take off the mask, is very hideous and creepy and disturbing and just warped. Things that are warped on the outside may not be perfect on the inside, but there is some beauty underneath the madness. Again, different strokes for different folks and different viewpoints for different minds, right? Yeah. So again, just to summarize, January, work on not overwhelming yourself, put up healthy boundaries, stand by it, speak your piece. July, I'm sorry, April, May, and June, go after new opportunities that make you happy and also be able to, like, organize yourself, make moves, and just act. You got it. Okay. Everything's going to be fine. For July, August, and September, watch out for fake people. Fake people going to be trying next year to come around towards you. Maybe they'll come in a little earlier and they'll try to weasel in, but you're going to see a lot of bullshit around July, August, and September. If they don't bring you peace of mind, bye. Focus on balancing yourself and healing and working on your things and becoming a healthy version of yourself. Your bad days don't mean that you haven't gone further, okay? I've been working on being healthy and happy for about 70 days. I started on like September 10th. When you work on being a healthy version of yourself, right? You've gotten to a point where you as an individual, you as yourself have gotten tired and sick and tired of being angry, of being upset, of being just pissed off all the time. I'm not saying that I'm not an angry person. I'm just saying like there's certain situations that I have to deal with that have to allow me to not be angry anymore, because if I run on the anger, I'm going to burn myself and everybody else down. And I'm not even saying with physical flames. I'm just saying like with my words, with my actions, with my energy. I'm just not going to be the one that has the patience. I'm going to be like, you know what? It's been a long time coming. You all fucked me up and made me deal with these things. After I told everybody what was going to happen, nobody listened to me. It happened. It's here. Some people are allowed to get out of those types of situations. Some people got to make the best of it. And when you're trying to make the best of something, especially when you're not able to like remove yourself completely from it, right? Yeah, you got to ask yourself, do you want to be a raging lunatic or do you want to be a calm person? And a calm person doesn't mean that I'm both calm in mind, body, and soul. It means that I have restraint and control and I know how to express myself without hurting other people's feelings. I don't look it, but I have a sharp tongue. And when I get really serious and I start like expressing myself to a sharp and determined, like direct point, my directness can hurt people's feelings. I can really tear somebody down with my words. I know that. I'm working on not doing that. I'm like, you know what? If somebody had a problem with me, how would I want them to address me? Let me try that approach. I try the peaceful approach first before I go over there and start being like a straight up thug, like a gangster, right? And I'm not saying that to be like whatever. I'm just saying that sometimes you got to tell people what's what. Like you got to be the person to be like, you know what, there's a reason why I'm healing, there's a reason why I'm trying to be a healthy version of myself, there's a reason why I'm putting forth the effort. This is not just because I feel like it, this is because I need to do it. So it's time to put people straight and it's a time to be nice. I try the nice approach first most of the time. Sometimes I have to be me. But when you're working on balancing yourself out, right? Like for 70 days so far, I think this is like my 71st or like 73rd day. I've had about 20 bad days. I'm not going to lie, where I'm just kind of like, right? My bad days doesn't mean that I haven't gone further. It just means that I had a bad day. Your bad and good days don't go there and mess up your progress. You're still making progress whether it's a good day or a bad day, because at least you got up and you're still trying. That's what matters. You're doing your best. Okay? Again, for July, August, September, December, Work on letting go of the anger. Try new things, but do not be impulsive. Stand by. Girl, I thought I was going to choke on that cinnamon stick. Anyways, stand by. Yeah, I'm okay. Stand by your beliefs and your character code. Have room for being open minded so that way you can have different viewpoints and different things. Okay. All right. Your problem, Aries, is all about recuperation and recovery. So, why is that a problem? Time, energy, and effort. So, yeah, we're making moves and we're acting, but don't forget to make sure that you balance yourself out. So, use your time, energy, and effort wisely. Don't just feel like you have to push everything and do it all for nothing. New ideas will help you out, which again is the same thing. Your solution is new ideas. This is going to help you. This is your new idea. Or reading about your problem, recuperation, recovery, finding rhythm and rhyme, balancing yourself out, not overwhelming yourself, and taking it easy and finding what kind of pace works for you, right? Stinginess and possessiveness. Be stingy and possessive with your time, energy, and effort. Not everybody is access to you. Not everybody is worth it. Okay? Y'all gonna be like, really? Yeah. Yeah. Some people aren't worth it, bro. Some people are not worth the time. Some people are not over there gonna be like, oh, you know what? We have to do this on the third. Some people are just out here doing the most and being wretched. Are they healthy for you? Are they good to be around? Do they bring you peace of mind? Are they using and abusing you? If they're not using and abusing you, they bring you peace of mind. They're somebody that makes you happy and joyous. Hang out with them. Save your money, stack that dough for 2026. Make sure that the money is being stacked. Try new ideas and new ways to organize your time, energy, and effort without being overwhelmed and bloated. Okay. So, stinginess and possessiveness is why we're doing new ideas. You can be controlling of people, of situations, of money, and of your things, as well as your time, energy, and effort. Okay? All right. For new ideas, it's because we're being very stingy and possessive. Again, do not control people. Don't let people control you, Aries. If it's kind of like you do as I say when I say it kind of thing, if I can't have you, no one can kind of thing, those are red flags. Those are signs that you should not engage in this person because this person is controlling and abusive. If I can't have you, no one can. They mean that. They're not talking to you as a person that they will protect. They're talking to you as property. You are property to them. You are not a person anymore, right? You do as I say when I say it. That means I own you. All right. You are mine. I control your actions. I control your movements. I control your voice. I control your mind. I control your thoughts. Now, some of y'all gonna look like, is that really a thing? Come on now. I'm being honest. There are controlling people out there, guys. There's controlling ladies and controlling men and abusive ladies and abusive men and abusive people. And a lot of times they'll say that to you. You do as I say when I say it. You listen to me. I own you. You're mine. If I can't have you, no one can. Be careful. You're not supposed to be controlled by other people, and you're not supposed to control other people as well. When it comes to your materialistic things, I understand. I'm very protective about my cards. I use them for readings. I don't need other people's energies and stuff touching my things. You know what I mean? And I can be able to share stuff if like you all ask for it or whatever. But like, you know, you can be very controlling and possessive about your money. You may have a lot of money, but you don't use it, or you're trying to save up and stack that dough. Again, saving your money would be a really important thing because you guys don't want to be working for the rest of your life. You want to have money to come in and you can be able to enjoy yourself and have just some fun, right? That's okay. Save the money, stack it up. Pay your bills, pay your expenses first. Leftover money, half in the savings, half in your pocket. Any loose change, any loose dollar bills, shillings, whatever, put it in saving. After a while, it's up, and then you guys can be able to have something good. I'm going to continue, but I have food in my mouth, so I'm trying to swallow most of it down. Sorry. And I know that would be probably a lot better if I just eat separate, but like I'll forget to eat if I don't eat while I'm doing stuff. So I know I'm one of those weird people. What are you gonna do, right? Anyways, what will help you with it is recuperation, recovery. Again, the same thing for your problem is your solution as well. Make sure that you are taking your time, but you're not taking too long. You're finding a steady rhythm and beat to get things done. Okay. Work on your mental health, Aries. Mental health is going to be a big thing. Make sure that you're working on how you feel and how you think, because if the mind's not working, the heart's going to overthink and take bad emotions and make it bigger. The body's going to try to absorb all that toxicity. The spirit's going to feel low vibration and super drained and anxious and nervous. So when you work on this one, you're also helping with your emotions, your physical and spiritual well-being. All right? Come up with new ideas to make sure that you're being a healthy version, a calmer version of yourself. This coming year for 2026, the main theme is juggling resources, waiting on results. Some of y'all are going to be looking for new jobs. Obtaining resources and giving and receiving money is why we are out here looking for new stuff. So we're looking for new opportunities and we're going to be getting it. What's going to help? New ideas. And again, make sure that whatever new opportunities or new ideas that you get, they are not affecting your mental health, moving on and letting go. So certain things you're going to have to let go of. So that way you can be able to get into a better place mentally. All in all, this is y'all's reading. To summarize it really quick, right? Aries, let go and disconnect from abusive, toxic, two-faced, shady, sus people. Okay? Make sure that in your love life, you guys are able to communicate and talk things out. You're able to try new things, but also you have somebody that's dependable and practical. You're going to bring dependability and practical energy into the next year. Okay? Work is going to be fine. Some of y'all are going to be looking for a new job again. Do they pay you? Is it close by? Does it work? Do you have business doing it? Be super wise with your way of finance, okay? And save up money. Make sure that for family, y'all stand up for yourself and speak your piece. Work on your mental and emotional well-being. All in all, you guys are going to be okay. All right. Next up, I am going to most likely, I will probably, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm probably going to do Leo tomorrow. I am going to like take a break because I've been doing this for like a few hours. So yeah, you guys are going to get to see Aries. Like it's like what, November the 25th, right? Yeah. You guys are going to see this on the 26th. So I'll be doing Leo and it'll just be kind of going day after day because it takes a long time for the lives to be to come through. All right, I love you guys so much. Slay the day, be happy and be gay. Peace out. Bye. If you like what I do, please follow and subscribe for more videos.